Go.
Welcome everyone to the Female Bodybuilding channel. And Irene Andersen, I haven't seen you in a while, but when you came on, JB started jumping up in his seat. Oh, he's clapping there for people. Wow. Irene, you're looking like you're 29 again. What's going on?
Oh, thank you. A lot of cardio, no food. That's the game.
So we wanted to have you on Women's Bodybuilding channel. We have third best in the world in 2019.
Yep.
You are qualified to this Miss Olympia. And first, we are 5 weeks out to Rising Phoenix, where you qualified last year for this Olympia.
Yes.
How are you feeling?
What did you say?
How are you feeling now with 5 weeks to go? Are you excited? Are you nervous? Are you stressed? Are you confident? What are you?
It has been a up and down feeling the whole prep. First, when they moved the shows, and then we didn't know if we can get into the country and how we will get in. And then you started the prep, and it was like you always had something on your shoulder, like, oh, maybe it won't be a show. Maybe it won't be a show.
Yeah.
So it has been a bit tough just to get started, but I feel really motivated now. And me and my coach are leaving for Turkey on next Saturday. Stay there for 16 days. And the 30th of November, we fly to Las Vegas. So we just hope they will let us in.
So imagine that, guys. Obviously, the girls in America has a big advantage this year because they don't have to do all this, but that's the way it is for the rest of the world. It is what it is. Yeah. You have to, so for people, Irene, she lives in Sweden, and luckily in Sweden, your gyms are not closed, correct?
They are not closed, no.
They're not closed.
We recently got some new restriction, but it's like not... they just tell us what they think we should do. Be more careful and try to not train on the times where everybody else are training. Try to spread it out during the day, and but they are still open.
So to go to this Olympia and Rising, you have to spend 14 days in a country that's on some type of list, correct, to America? So you have to travel to you have to travel to this country. Can you give us some names? So what countries could you go to if you want to go to this Olympia? And you have to do, like, which countries could you choose from?
US stopped all the European countries and the Schengen countries. Okay. They stopped them in March, I think, there when the Corona came. And it's still like that. So you can choose about some countries. We had like Turkey, North Macedonia, I think Cyprus, Australia. That's a bit far.
Australia, that's too far. So you're going to a country 2 weeks there. You have to, and just for people, the reason why I'm saying all the details, because it's for people to understand how the sacrifices that you athletes do without really, what can I say? There's not much money in bodybuilding, if we can say that. And that's not only for the girls, it's for the men too. It's really not that many that's making any really money from competing. It's what you do, what can we say, on the other side, of it. But so you stay 14 days in a different country, then yes. You have to
we actually need to be there like 16 days, but because we need to be full 14 days in the country. So the day you travel in and travel out doesn't count. So it's like 16 days.
Wow.
And then when we fly from Turkey to US, we're not even allowed to make a layover in like, most of the flights have a layover in Frankfurt or Amsterdam. So we need to have a direct flight from Turkey to US. And the end destination in US couldn't be New York or California.
so this is not only hard, but I would and you have to. We don't go into detail, but you're bringing a coach with you, correct?
Yes, I bring my coach with me. Yes, so we have to be away for 5 whole weeks. Traveling.
So then you're going to Rising. You have and after Rising, you're staying in America for another 2 weeks, correct? For the Olympia.
Yes.
Wow. And you are bringing a coach with you, and that's on that. You have no sponsors, correct?
No, I have some sponsors that will help me out a bit.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Good. So you don't have to pay everything for yourself then?
No, I've been contacting people who have been helping me out a bit before, and Gasp and Better Bodies, Michael Johansson, helping me out. He sent me and my coach a lot of clothes and stuff like that. And we will be, they will have a big event in Vegas. They have rented a house in Vegas for the whole week. They have more athletes that are competing in the Olympia. So they will have some photo shoots, some things going around in the house, and we'll be invited over there every evening to eat and join them the whole week. So
JB, do you want to see Irene Andersen, Branch Warren, Johnny Jackson workout?
It would be nice, yes.
I could fix that.
Yeah, some crazy weights and throwing them around, and that's the way we like it.
Yeah.
No feeling the muscle. Just let's go all in. Correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
So you go. Okay, so that's for the Rising, and that's for the party. Yes, the party you talk, the Gasp. Yeah. So how the first start of the prep, Irene? Were you down? Were you up? How were you feeling? I remember I was talking to you in the beginning of your prep. It was so much. You used to travel all over the world for Wings of Strength. You're used to going to show, and I lost your beautiful face. I don't know. Oh, it came back. So you live in Sweden. I live in Norway. 2 countries with no culture for bodybuilding, really. It had it back in the day, but not now. How did it affect you not be able to travel and see the other athletes? Because when you go to shows, when you feel alive, you know. How did it affect you not be able to travel this year? Mentally.
Mentally, you feel it's harder to get this motivated, because when you travel to the shows, to talk to the other girls, to see other girls competing in all division, and just feeling the air of competing, that motivates you a lot. So it has been hard. I've been following the shows lately on the internet when they are competing. So that's some motivator. So
those shows, I want to ask you, is it easy? And this is a more like what they can improve on. Is it easy for you to find the stream to each show and find it to log in? Is that easy for you, or is it hard?
No, it has been quite easy.
Okay.
But the quality has been a bit up and down.
It's been some of the stream, Wings of Strength stream been very good. Some of the stream, I don't want to mention name because they start crying when you mention their name, but some of these streams, a child on Xbox could do better. A child on Xbox. Well, obviously they're pretty good though with technology if you're a child on Xbox, but that's not the right. But you know what I mean. It's been really, really bad when it's bad. It's like, but anyway,
that's really important for them to if they are screening the shows. It's important that the quality is really, really good, because that's the only way you have the followers watching the shows nowadays because of the COVID. So
when you watch the show, you have been around. When did you start? What year was the first year you competed in women's bodybuilding? When did you turn pro?
2005.
Okay. So you've been around the game. You've seen them come and go. You're still, you know, JB, she's seen people come and go, and she's still improving in year 2020. So this is like wine. It gets better with age, correct?
Yes.
Yes. When you see these girls now winning, and for people at home, women's bodybuilding, okay, JB is more of an old school guy. He likes them bigger with size and condition, correct, JB?
Yes.
He doesn't care this about what can some people now, they used to say, oh, she's so beautiful, let's put her in the top 3 because she's so beautiful, or you know what I mean. Then JB gets real irritated, like I know. For me, I want him big in condition and everything, but for me it does help a little bit, of course, if you have the overall pretty look on top of the size. You can't just be pretty and not have the size. For me, that doesn't work. So this season, Irene, there has been Andrea Shaw. She used to do women's physique, correct?
Yes.
But I would say she's a women's bodybuilder now. So I wouldn't say that, even though she used to do physique, I don't look at her as a physique girl. You know what I mean? We have Mela, women's physique girl, switched to women's bodybuilding. She won New York Pro. We have Asha Adley, women's physique girl. She won bodybuilding now at Savannah. We have Teresa Ivanisic. She's not a physique girl, but she has what can we say, a physique girl look sometimes. Or she's not the, what can we say? She's not the biggest of the female bodybuilders though.
Oh.
And then we have Margita Samalova, who's also a women's physique girl, who just won in she won in Spain.
Yeah.
So Andrea is technically the only women bodybuilder look, in a way, the old school look. Would you say that's one shows this year in women's bodybuilding? Would you say that's correct, or?
Yeah, I agree totally.
So you have a more women's bodybuilding look. What is your so what signals does that give you? Like, let me hear your thoughts, because you're the women bodybuilder. You're the girl with the size, and sometimes in fantastic condition. We've seen you up and down there. We want to see that you hit it. It's hard to peak all the time, of course, but the last years of your career now, let's say you got 5 more years now. We want to see you in epic condition each time now, because this is it.
It's coming this year.
Coming this year. What's your thoughts on this new scene that's been going on? Because you've been, the reason we asked you, because you've seen everything since 2005. How are you reacting to this new scene? Any thoughts?
I still want to believe that when they are judging us together, and it's the bodybuilding division, I want to believe that they're still looking at the size, conditioning, the symmetry, the performance, the overall look, because it's still bodybuilding they are judging, and that you see like a clear line between bodybuilding and the women's physique.
And we don't see that. We don't see that this year at all.
No, but I hope that in the final show, this is the qualification shows, and they have to see what girls are on the line, and pick the best out of that line. But when you take to the final competition, when you have the mix, we still have the bigger girl. So if the bigger, it's bodybuilding. So I hope they will judge bodybuilding and not women's physique. I don't mean that the women's physique girl can't do good in the bodybuilding. That's not what I'm saying, but you still have to look that we need to have a bigger muscularity, maybe more conditioning than the women's physique. So I hope they still look at it. I think when you look at the Rising Phoenix last year, you saw that they changed a bit, that they actually took the bigger girls in the top for once, and I hope they will continue to do that. For once. Yeah. But I really hope they will continue follow that line, because it's bodybuilding and we have women's physique, so let that be women's physique, and we need a clear line between that. It can't be like the same.
How about the idea of reintroducing the lightweight female bodybuilding class, like it was in Olympia, I thought 2002?
Yes, I'm totally into that. I've been talking about it a lot, and because it's not fair if they like want a smaller, feminine size. And I weigh like 85 kilo, and I'm standing beside a girl who's like 60 kilo.
How many pounds? How many pounds? Because people don't know kilos. It's only you and me that knows kilos, and JB.
You see, I'm like 85. It's like I'm 187 when I compete, more or less.
JB, 190 pounds in shape, bro.
Yeah.
This is the
and
that's what we enjoy listening to, correct, JB? Yes, but anyway. Okay. So when you're standing next to a girl that's 150, you know, it's a big difference.
Yeah.
It's a big difference.
It's like I don't think it's like in the men, you have the heavyweight and you have the 212. So we need two classes for the women bodybuilding. If they can't keep a clear line between women's physique and bodybuilding, if they can't make that two different categories really clear, they need to make two classes for the bodybuilding, I think.
Do you see that? Do you think that's going to happen or no?
I don't know. I think it depends on how many girls that will show up on the shows. If we still have lineups like 7, 8, 9 girls, it won't happen. But many shows I did before, we were like 30 girls on stage. Then it's a good thing to have two classes. I did some shows that we have two weight classes. I'm like 4 or 5 shows before.
That's what's so exciting with women's bodybuilding. You don't know what the F is going to happen. all of a sudden we're out in the trash cans and thrown out of every show. And all of a sudden Jake comes along and it's prime time again.
Yeah.
You can go up and down, up and down.
Up and down, yeah. But we won't give up.
1 second. With Jake, do you believe the Olympia would even happen, Miss Olympia, if the champ or the king of women's bodybuilding, Jake, didn't buy the Olympia? Do you think you girls would be back?
No. I don't think they would go back and say, oh, it was a mistake or something. I think they will just don't take us back. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No. So we're there just because of Jake. Absolutely.
So obviously, Jake, like every man, probably everything has good and bad sides to every person, of course, you know, when you have one person for the, you know, but without Jake, so for people who are whatever, without Jake, we wouldn't even have an Olympia, you know, for the girls. Yeah. So everyone around the world who follows women's bodybuilding, they should really, when they see him, show that, thank him, man, because you got to remember, guys, Jake, he's not making any money on this Olympia, you know. There's the tickets is going to be 700, I believe 700 tickets to 1,000 tickets out of how many people fits in that? I think it's what, 15,000 that fits. So you can only imagine, and people who already bought tickets, I don't know if they're going to get their money back. They're going to get their money back, of course, but how they choose who's going to go or not, I don't know. We don't know. The problem for people at home, Jake and the Olympia crew doesn't even know themselves, because as you guys know, the corona epidemic, or whatever you want to call it, it's changing our lives every day, isn't it? It's impossible to plan.
Yeah, it's impossible to plan. So I have been nervous, like every week I go in and look at the update. Are we allowed to travel to Turkey? And see if there's some new restrictions. So it's been like a stressful prep.
It's been stressful, but I really believe we saw me and JB. We've seen your documentary a couple of times. Yeah. Too Big for This World. People check it out. And when you see that one, I've seen it maybe once or twice this depression time. You know, it's been depression time here with Corona. And now our gyms are closing again. Irene, our gym's closed today. Again.
Really? Oh.
I don't want to even talk about it. I believe God will find a way and open our gyms. But anyway, I can't think
terrible.
Oh, it's horrible. But anyway, Oh, but anyway, you never know. So where are we now? The gym's closing, JB. I get confused when the gyms are closing again. Where are we? With you, documentary. Irene, that documentary was so passionate. And now you're back. You can't let this opportunity, all the money you're going to spend.
Oh.
There you go again. Each time you fall from the screen, we get so depressed. But when you come back on, we're happy again.
I think my battery is low on my iPad, so that's why.
So this documentary, people know you from this one also on top of your competitive career. And the Olympia is back. And the way you girls fought for it, you know what I mean? And all that. And now it's back. And all the money you're going to use to travel, all this prepping. And at your age, we don't want to say your age again, but they know, Irene, this should motivate you now to just like.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. I'm really, can say the last 4 weeks motivated me a lot.
The last 4 weeks, what changed?
Yeah. I talked to Helle a lot.
Oh yeah,
we have been discussing things. So no, she has been telling me that like let this go because you will come into the country. We will find a way, and all this. Just come up, getting shredded, get your ass off, start moving. So,
is there any competitive? You and Helle, you're very, very good friends. Do you guys teach each other every technique, and do you discuss everything you're doing, or do you keep something a secret because you still want to beat her? How is that relationship?
No, we help out each other, and I think it's all your own secrets. Even if you share them with someone else, maybe they don't work on that person. So you have to like design your own way to make it, and you can always help out because in the end it's you still has to put in the work, and I don't think there are so many secrets. It's like hard work.
Over the years, who's the top 3 most dedicated women bodybuilders you know? Dedicated.
Except a few.
Yeah.
What did you say, JB? I couldn't hear you there.
Except a few of her.
Okay.
Yeah, we have to put in Helle. Helle, she's amazing. She know what she wants and she go for it. That's really motivated.
That's motivated. That's always, eat, train, cardio, no complaining. The same. Who like over the years, who have you seen with that work ethic other than Helle?
No.
Wow.
No, but I think everybody is like doing their own thing, and yeah, no. I must say that Helle, she's like in the top of that, what she's doing. Yeah. Maybe so because I know her so good and we talk a lot. And
so you can say she even though she's your friend, she inspires you then.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I would say so because she's just when she from off season to stage, the transformation is just
yeah.
It's like this everything is on point to make that transformation there, and she rests probably her body in the off season the way she needs to rest it, and then it's like game time when it's game time.
Yeah.
So Rising Phoenix is coming up.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen, Irene? What have you done this off season? We are looking at your delts, but they're always looking good, so that's not a giveaway. So what different we will see at this Rising? What have you focused on? What's going on?
Our gym has been open the whole time, so I've been able to train hard the whole year. We haven't focused on specific small things, just an overall look, keep up the size. just try to bring in a more tighter physique this year. Still big, don't want to lose any size. I've been working on it. But just come in a bit tighter. And that's what we are doing the last weeks now.
What are you doing to come in tighter? Are we doing anything different? Are we doing the same? Are we eating more? Are we eating less? Are we doing more cardio? Are we doing less cardio? Or what's different?
I will continue more or less what I'm doing right now. Just let the week count down. So maybe a bit more cardio. And I hope when we come to Turkey, they have a swimming pool. So I will do some swimming cardio.
Yeah. We hope to get some. We hope to get some videos for our Instagram of Irene Andersen swimming in the pool 2 weeks out from Rising Phoenix. That's gonna blow off. That's gonna make the headlines. JB, what are you saying out there?
Exclusive.
Okay.
If I'm not drowning, I'm too heavy, maybe.
Oh, well. Have you been training with your coach this whole time?
Yes. We train like 4, 5, 6 days a week.
Wow. Because he competes in what division? Or does he compete still? He used to compete because he's a big guy. What's his?
He's competing still. He took a year off. He had an injury. So, but I think he has plans to get back on stage next year. So it's in the heavyweight in the bodybuilding. So
when you guys train, he's obviously a little bit stronger than you, I would imagine. How does it feel to train with a man like that? Is that it makes you want to lift more? It motivates you, or are you the one pushing him? Is he the one pushing you? How's that relationship?
Mostly he's just training me.
Okay, so he's not training with you.
Yes. Like yesterday we trained together. So sometimes he jumps in and we do it together. But mostly it's just focus on me when I'm training.
Okay.
But when he feel that maybe I'm a bit low, a bit tired, then he jump in and then I need to beat him. Lift harder. So
you peak sometimes and then you don't peak. So now you're going to do the Rising 2 weeks before the Olympia. Where are you peaking at both shows, or are you waiting for the Olympia? Are you going for the Rising? It's a little bit tricky, that one. What's the plan here now? Because it's 2 weeks. Is that something you enjoy? Would you prefer it was closer or later?
No, I think actually I think it's better to have 2 weeks between because of with the water in your body. I think it's you have a bit more time to get like after a show you hold a lot of water, so then you have like 2 weeks to come back again. So I think 2 weeks is better than 1 week between. Which one I'm gonna peak on? I want to peak on both.
Yeah. So which the Rising Phoenix has a bigger paycheck than the Olympia. It's got a beautiful car. JB, do you know the car?
It's not presented yet.
Okay, so they have usually a $50,000, if not more, car, and it's 75,000 first. What's the price? 100,000 or 50? What's the first price check in?
50, I think.
50, yeah.
And a car. Some girls sell the car. Some people keep the car. If you go away. So the Rising's got a better prize payout than Olympia. Does that have, which title would mean the most to you? Is that anything you care about, where's the most prize money, or is it about the prestige, or?
Personally, how I feel, okay, Miss Olympia is Miss Olympia. It's like it's culture, it's like been around forever. But in the place we are right now, I think that when Jake stepped in and made Rising Phoenix, that show meant so much for all the girls. So I think that most of the girls have more heart in Rising Phoenix than Miss Olympia right now. Maybe it will change next year or something, but right now I still think that Rising Phoenix it's something special.
So the Rising Phoenix is more prestige to some of the girl than the Miss Olympia at the moment?
It's really hard because Olympia is Olympia. It's because everybody knows Olympia. But I think that we should like really bring Rising Phoenix up to that is like more or less equal to Olympia.
So this means we have a deal now. We're going to talk to you after Rising so we can hype the Olympia then. So let's hype the Rising now.
Yes.
Who's the girls who's going to be in your top 4 of this Rising? Who do you see next year stay? Next to yourself, who's the 3 other girls?
Yeah, we have Helle and yeah, Margie's is not in there, no.
Margie's not doing it, no.
No. Let's see if Monique Jones come in a bit tighter. I would like to see the bigger girls, of course. Then we have Yakseni. I haven't seen her on stage for a couple of years. She looks good on Instagram, so I would have her in the top, yes.
Wow, you have her in the top 3?
Yeah, top 4.
Okay. What about the other girls that just like, how would Teresa do, for instance, so just one, that look, how would that do at Rising, do you think?
I hope they will judge like they did last year, bring in the really bigger bodybuilding girls, because it's still bodybuilding, so no comments.
But they didn't do that last year. They had Nikki Chartrand, didn't she? Got 4th,
and
5th. Then Teresa got 5th or 6th, didn't she?
6th, I think.
So that they didn't only have the big girls then in the higher up.
No, but in the top 4. Top 3.
yes, that's true. Wow, this is going to be amazing now. This is special. I told you before, to peak, to look better and better. In your age, we have it. The only person I see it right now doing that is Kamal. You know, Kamal, the 212 champion, He's 49 and he's getting better. Because I don't think, all respect to Dexter, but I don't think he's getting better at this age.
No.
What's the secret for other girls to follow? To tell us some of your secrets to stay this young or look this young. What do you do?
I think I have some people around me who's competing and they are so stressed out and they put their explanation too high, and because I think we need to go in that it's like a lifestyle. You like the training, the whole year is like not competition, it's a lifestyle. So if you're like doing it because you like it and that's something of your daily life, and the competition is like see what you have done during the year. If you're getting a bit better, and then it's good. So not to make too big things out of it. Enjoy it, have fun, don't get stressed out, don't make it like a prestige. That's my advice, I think.
Keep your stress low. Don't worry.
Don't worry. Do it because you love it. Because the fitness business nowadays, they come in, they've done one show, and then they think they will be Miss Olympia. You know, it's like it doesn't work like that. And then they get frustrated and they don't know why. And it's like you have to enjoy the whole year when you prepare to do a show. It's not the show, it's not the whole year. It's like, have fun.
Our time is running out, so you have to take away. We could talk to you for 10 hours, but there's some Skype, Zoom, whatever, God knows what.
Yeah.
So Irene, we're looking at your shoulders and biceps there. You know, we get excited when we see some size, JB, don't we?
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring some size.
So where can people follow you?
They can follow me on Irene Andersen IFBB Pro on Instagram and Facebook. And of course, toobigfortheworld.com. and go in and watch the movie before Olympia to see the history about it. That's my advice.
And take us out with a proper front double by. That's my favorite pose, Irene. The front double. Can we get a front double? Wow, look at the lats. The lats are...
Wow, improved. Oh yeah, improved.
Irene Andersen is coming to this rising to dominate. And JB, we are
Out.